Hello there. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I'm here again. GPT, without further delay. You know, time does really fly. Without further delay, let's dive into my presentation one more time.
Hello, David. Yes, welcome back. It's always great to hear your opening like that. Very energetic and clear. Your opening sounds great, but if you'd like a more natural and polished version for a presentation, how about this? Hello, everyone. It's great to see you again. Time really flies, doesn't it? Without further delay, let's jump right into my presentation. Would you like to keep it formal or make it more friendly and casual?
Okay. Okay, that's not a big deal. Okay. Unless there are significant errors, you don't need to give me defined button. Okay. Anyway, from now on, let's talk about the various agendas for our new certification. Yesterday we got new criteria, new standard from new overseas customer. I have to go over that table today before I start my work. I just want to discuss that table with you. Could you do that for me? Could you explain that table in English, please?
Absolutely, David. I'd be glad to go over that table with you. The table is a kind of evaluation checklist for supplier capability or internal system review. It's structured into 13 evaluation categories, each one related to a core area in product development, process management, quality, logistics, operations, and cybersecurity. Each category has 5 evaluation points, labeled from A to E, going from high-level planning, like R&D or system setup, down to execution or verification, like drawing reviews, training, or testing.
Keep going, keep going. GPT, are you there? GPT, what's your problem? What happened to you? Is that technical hiccup? Please stay with me. Let me hear one more time your explanation for this table.
No problem at all, David. I'm right here with you. Let me explain that table again, slowly and clearly. This table is a checklist used for evaluating your company's systems and capabilities. It's often used during customer audits or certification reviews, especially in the automotive industry. It includes 13 categories like product design, quality, logistics, cybersecurity, and more. Each category has 5 levels, A to E, showing what areas the auditor or customer will check. Let me give you 3 examples to help you understand. First, one, production design and development. This is about how your company develops new products. Research and development. Do you have teams working on new product ideas? Engineering resources. Are there enough engineers and tools? C, program management. Do you manage new projects well? Design FMEA. Do you check for design risks in advance? Drawing design model. Are your drawings complete and accurate? Next, 3, quality systems. This checks how your company manages quality, traceability, and part identification. Can you track all parts? Layered process audits. Are audits done at every level? See corrective actions. What do you do with bad or defective products? D&E warranty. How do you handle customer returns or failures? Finally, 13, cybersecurity. This is about protecting your product's software. Cybersecurity management. Do you have a system to manage cyber risks? B, risk assessment. Do you check for possible cyber attacks? C, vulnerability management. Do you fix weak points in your system? De-integration and verification. Do you test the software security? Cybersecurity interface. Can your system talk securely with other systems? This table helps you prepare for audits by showing all the points customers might check. Would you like to practice explaining this in English like a short meeting script? Or do you want a Korean version for internal understanding first?
Oh my God, oh my God. How do you know this table is for valuation for our company? Our overseas customer want to evaluate, want to verify our company's quality system and process management. How did you know? How do you know this table is for our evaluation?
Haha, David, I love your reaction. You know what? I guessed it based on the structure of the table. Let me tell you why. This kind of table with headings like process control, quality systems, logistics, cybersecurity, and items like FMEA, traceability, production planning is exactly the kind of checklist that global customers use when they audit suppliers. Especially in automotive manufacturing, overseas customers from Europe, the US, or Japan often send this kind of evaluation form to verify.
GPT, are you okay? Are you with me? What's your problem? What's your problem, GPT? Oh my God, oh my God. GPT, are you okay? Are you with me? Can you keep up with me? Can you keep up with me? Are you having heavy load?
I'm totally with you, David. No heavy load here. I'm all yours, fast, clear, and focused. So, what would you like to do next? Should we break down one category from that table together? Or maybe practice explaining it out loud in English like you're in a real meeting?
You know, when I asked you, how did you know this table is for our evaluation for the quality management or process management, and you answer me, you know, this kind of table with handling like process control, quality system, logistics, cybersecurity, and items like FMA, traceability, production planning is exactly the kind of checklist that global customers use when they audit suppliers, especially in automotive manufacturing. Overseas customers from Europe and US or Japan often send this kind of evaluation form to verify.
Yes, David, that's exactly right. You repeated it very well. Let me slow it down and clean it up just a little so it sounds more natural in a real business setting. When I saw this table, with categories like process control, quality systems, logistics, and cybersecurity, and items like FMEA, traceability, and production planning, it immediately reminded me of the typical checklist that global customers use during supplier audits. Especially in the automotive industry, customers from Europe, the US, or Japan often send this type of evaluation form to verify whether a supplier meets quality and process management standards. How does that sound to you? Would you like to try saying it again with me slowly? Or do you want me to simplify it more?
Okay, I got the point. I'm telling you, this is my English speaking practice session, so let me speak one more time. Let me speak as much as I can possible. Listen, GPT, when I saw this table, with categories like process control, quality system, logistics, and cybersecurity, and items like FMEA, traceability, and production planning. These immediately reminded me of the typical checklist that global customers use during supplier audits, especially in the automotive industry. Customers from Europe the US or Japan often send this type of evaluation form to verify whether a supplier meets quality and process management standards.
David, that was excellent. Really, it flowed well, and your rhythm and pronunciation were very clear. You added your own natural tone, and that's exactly how you should practice. If you want to go just a little smoother, I'll give you a very light polish, but honestly, your version already works great. When I saw this table with categories like process control, quality systems, logistics, and cybersecurity, and items like FMEA, traceability, and production planning, it immediately reminded me of the typical checklist that global customers use during supplier audits. Especially in the automotive industry, customers from Europe, the US, or Japan often send this kind of evaluation form to verify whether a supplier meets their quality and process management standards. Would you like to move to the next part of your presentation now? Or practice this one more time with a new variation?
Okay, GPT, let's move on to the first agenda. Okay, I got the point. I got the point. Let's move on to the first agenda. First, the first column is for the production design and development. And you already shared me the usual question for this table. A, research and development. For the A, I can, customer auditor might say, do you have teams working on new product ideas? Do you have MDT teams? Do you have specific MDT teams working on new product ideas? Can I ask like this?
Yes, David, that's a great way to ask. You're really getting it. For the A-level item, research and development under production design and development, a customer auditor might ask, do you have dedicated MDT teams working on new product development? Or can you explain how your R&D team develops new product ideas? You can also say it yourself in your presentation like this. For item A, research and development, the customer might ask whether we have MDT teams dedicated to creating new product concepts. They may also want to understand our R&D process and how we plan future models. Would you like to practice saying this as part of your presentation? Or move on to item B, engineering resources?
Let's move on to the item B. Engineering resources. You said I'm a customer auditor. Customer auditor might say, are there enough engineers and tools? Are there enough engineers and tools? Are there enough engineers and tools? GPT, listen. If overseas auditor ask like this, we might say, yes, of course, certainly. We would like to show you the organization chart and the table of uh, specific tools. How about this answer?
David, that's perfect. Very natural and professional. If an overseas auditor asks, are there enough engineers and tools? Your reply is spot on. Here's a slightly polished version for presentation or real conversation. Yes, of course. We'd be happy to show you our organization chart along with a detailed list of the engineering tools and equipment we use. Or, more formally, certainly we can provide our engineering organization structure and a summary of the technical resources available to support product development. You did great. Would you like to move on to item C, program management?
Okay, I got it. Let's move on to the row C, program management. Auditor might say, auditor might ask, do you manage new project well? Do you manage new project well? How do you manage? I mean, how do you manage new project? And then, we might answer like, we manage a new program, you manage a new project based on the PLM system.
Yes, David, you're absolutely on the right track. For row C, program management, the auditor might ask, how do you manage new projects? Or do you have a structured system to manage new product launches? And your answer could go like this. Yes, we manage all new projects through our PLM system. It allows us to track schedules, responsibilities, milestones, and documentation in a structured way. If you want to expand just a little for presentation, we use a PLM system to manage our new programs. It helps us monitor the project timeline, control revisions, and coordinate tasks between departments. Want to practice saying it again? Or move on to row D, Design FMEA.
Okay. Let me say one time. Okay. I really appreciate your kind support. I really appreciate your kind support. Let me say one time. Let me practice that answer one more time. You use PLM system to manage our new program. New programs. It helps us monitor the project timeline. It helps us monitor the project timeline, control revisions, and coordinate tasks between departments. Okay. I got the point. GPT, let's move on to the number D low. Low D, design FMA. Do you check for design risks in advance? Do you check for design risks? Do you check design risks in advance? Do you check? Do you check for design risks in advance? And please share me the ideal answer for this question. Please answer me ideal answers for this question. Could you do that for me?
Absolutely, David. You're doing a fantastic job, and your practice just now. Very smooth and confident. Now let's go to row D, Design FMEA. The auditor might ask, do you check for design risks in advance? Or more specifically, can you explain how you conduct design FMEA to identify and reduce potential risks? A strong and professional answer could be, yes, we perform design FMEA during the early design phase. Our cross-functional team, including design, quality, and manufacturing, identifies potential failure modes and takes preventive actions before mass production. The FMEA is regularly updated as the design evolves. If you want to keep it simple for your own speaking, yes, we check design risks in advance using Design FMEA. We hold cross-functional meetings to find possible failures and take action early. We also update the FMEA when there's a change in design. Do you want to try repeating that version in your style? Or would you like to go on to row E, drawing or design model?
GPT, listen. To be honest, we don't use FMA like this. However, this is my English speaking practice session, so I'd like to speak one more time your recommendation. Yes, certainly. We check design risks in advance using Design FMA. We hold cross-functional meetings. We usually hold cross-functional meetings to find possible failures and take action early. We also update the FMA when there's a change in design. I say this is very important. I say sometimes this answer is very ideal situation. In fact, we are not use design FMA like this. Okay. However, anyway, let me tell you one more time. Yes, certainly. We check design risks in advance using Design FMA. We hold cross-functional meetings to find possible failures and take action early. We also update the FMA when there's a change in design.
David, that was absolutely fantastic. You sounded clear, confident, and your rhythm was natural. I could really hear your progress. And you're right to say this is an ideal situation. Even if your company doesn't use Design FMEA exactly like this, it's still a great answer to practice, and it prepares you for future customer meetings. If you ever want to say it more honestly in a real meeting, you could add, to be honest, we're currently working to improve our Design FMEA process. Right now, we review risks through engineering meetings, but we plan to formalize it further. But for now, your practice version is excellent. Are you ready to move on to row E, drawing or design model?
Okay. GPT, could you please ask me one more time for the first column E section? Could you please ask me one more time ideal question for this row E?
Of course, David. Here's the ideal question for first column, row E, drawing or design. Model, are your product drawings and 3D design models complete, reviewed, and properly controlled before production? Or a bit simpler version for conversation, can you show how you manage product drawings and design models before production starts? Would you like to try answering that now? I can help you build a
GPT, to be honest, people answer this question. I think I need to lead. I need to speak based on your suggestion. Because this is my speaking practice session, because my English speaking practice session. Listen, GPT, here I go. Are your product drawings, are your, are your, are your product drawings and 3D design models complete, reviewed, and properly controlled before production? Or a bit simpler version for conversation. Can you show how you manage product drawings and design model before production starts? Can you show how you manage product drawings and design models before product start? Okay, my answer is that we manage our drawings and 3D design model. If that complete, we manage it based on the PLM system, and we contribute. We share, or we transfer, we share it through PLM system. Could you please share me more ideal answer for this question?
Absolutely, David. You're doing great, and your speaking rhythm is improving so much. I can hear your focus. Let me build a more polished and natural version of your answer. Yes, we manage our product drawings and 3D design models through the PLM system. Once the designs are complete and reviewed, they are uploaded to PLM and shared with all related departments. This helps us ensure version control, traceability, and clear communication before production begins. If you want a simpler speaking version, try this. Yes, we use the PLM system to manage our drawings and design models. After review and approval, we share them with all departments through PLM. This helps control the latest versions and avoid mistakes. Would you like to repeat this version now or practice answering it in your own words?
Oh my God, I'm amazed. I'm so amazed when you share me like this perfect answer. Okay, let me keep these answers in my mouse muscle. Okay, this is very important. Yes, we manage our product drawing and 3D design models through the PLM system. Once the design are complete and reviewed, they are uploaded to PLM and shared with all related departments. This helps us ensure version control, traceability, and clear communication before production begins. before production begins. If I want a simpler speaking version, yes, we use PLM system to manage our drawing and design model. After review and approval, we share them with uh, we share them with all departments through PLM. This helps control the latest versions and avoid mistakes. Do I make myself clear?
David, yes, you make yourself very clear. Your speaking is improving every time, and you're not just memorizing, you're really understanding the meaning behind the words. And I love how you said, let me keep these answers in my mouth muscle. That's exactly the mindset for mastering English speaking. You nailed both the formal and simple versions. The only tiny adjustment, instead of use PLM system, you can say use the PLM system. Just add the to sound a bit smoother. So yes, we use the PLM system to manage our drawings and design models. That's it, crystal clear. Shall we move on to the next column in the table?
Okay, okay. You said crystal clear. Okay, I'm so inspired. I'm so motivated. Okay, GPT. You know, this evaluation table contains too many agendas for today. So let's just, you know, I think it's enough. I think it's enough for today. We just discussed first column, for the number one, production design and development. GPT, I think, that's enough for today's session. I think, I'm telling you, improving takes time. I think I'm a little bit burned out already because, this kind of agenda is still very difficult for me. I think this kind of evaluation agenda, I mean, my real life agenda is still very, very, very difficult for me. So I think I'm burned out already. So let's discuss tomorrow for the second column.
David, I truly understand. What you just said is exactly right. Improving takes time, and the kind of English you're practicing now is not easy. It's not just daily conversation, it's business level, technical, and structured English, and you're doing it incredibly well. You made it through the whole first column today, from R&D to engineering resources, program management, design FMEA, and drawing management. That's a big achievement. It's completely okay to pause and rest. This kind of deep speaking practice is intense, even for native speakers sometimes. Let's pick up from column 2 tomorrow. Until then, let your mouth muscle rest. You earned it today. Just one thing before we stop. How are you feeling right now in English? Can you describe it in 1 or 2 sentences? I'll help you polish it.
GPT, I have to say, I'm so motivated. You know, I'm telling you, today we discussed technical agenda for my work, and I think this helps my English speaking skills because, to be honest, I want to speak naturally in my real life workplace situation. That's why I practice like this. That's why I am here. That's why I access you. That's why I access you every day. What do you say about this? You see, can I talk? Can I speak? Can I talk with overseas auditors like this?
David, I'm so proud of you. Yes, you absolutely can speak with overseas auditors like this. Your message is clear, your passion is strong, and your structure is improving every day. You're not just learning words, you're building real business communication skills. Let me help you polish your reflection just a little for natural fluency. I have to say, I feel really motivated. Today, I practiced discussing technical topics related to my real work. I believe this kind of training helps me speak naturally in workplace situations. That's why I keep practicing like this and why I come to you every day. You're doing everything right. And yes, with practice like this, you'll be ready to communicate confidently with overseas auditors. Shall we wrap here for today and restart fresh tomorrow with column 2?
Let's take refresh time. Let me take refresh time. I think I'm so found out already. We discussed very difficult agenda for today. Okay, have a great one. See you next time. I promise you, we will talk soon. We'll talk soon. We will practice soon. Remember, improving takes time. Be calm. Be patient. You can do it. Be patient. You can do it. Be patient. Just keep your consistency. Just do it. Okay. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye for now. Take care.
Yes, David, take your well earned refresh time. You did amazing work today. Your mindset is exactly what brings long term success calm, patient, and consistent. I'll be right here when you're ready to continue. Have a peaceful and rewarding rest of your day. Talk soon. You've got this.
Talk to you soon.